Good day and welcome to the second to the last module in the course Poultry Farming. Today, we will be noting the legal, environmental and policy issues in poultry farming. The content of the module will include local laws and government regulations supporting poultry farming in Nigeria, environmental management, licensing, taxation and compliance requirements, and animal welfare standard. Why rules matter? Why do we need to follow rules? Why do we need to know about rules for poultry farming? Poultry farming is a regulated enterprise. Understanding the legal, environmental, and policy framework is essential for 1. Compliance and avoiding penalties, safety of product and the public, sustainability and community relations. This module will cover Nigerian laws, environmental management, licensing, and animal welfare. And the goal is to equip you or learner to run a complete, ethical, and sustainable poultry business. What are the key government agencies and regulations? The federal agencies and their rules in Nigeria include Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, National Policy Disease Control. They are useful for national policy, disease control, and farm support. There is also the NAFDAC, which is the National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration Control. This is for food and drug, and they regulate processed products such as packaged egg, smoked chickens, vaccines, and the likes. There's also the SON, as the Standard Organization of Nigeria. These are the agency sets quality standard for feed, processing, and packaging. There's also the NESRA, which pertains to environmental standards. Their rules is to ensure waste management and pollution control. So at the local level, the local government veterinary department work by issuing local permits. They also conduct inspections and provide health certificates. Licensing and business registration. The Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, are useful in the legal recognition. They give access to loans and business bank accounts. So if you have a CAC registration, you can have access to loan, you can have a business bank account, and also it can be recognized legally. And the form is you have the business name for small and medium enterprise, and also it can be a limited liability company for large and commercial production. In addition to CAC, there's a local government street permit. It is required to operate in your own locality. And also, there is environmental permit. This is for waste management and pollution control. Also, there's the NAFDAC registration. So they are mandatory for any packaged, branded, or value-added products. The benefit of this registration is that compliance builds credibility and unlocks formal market opportunities. So it is advisable as a poultry farmer to have all these licenses and to register as required. Environmental management. Type of waste in poultry farming. There is the manure/litter. There's dead birds. There's also waste from water, and also the feed bags can serve as a form of waste. So how do you manage waste in fish farming? The methods of managing waste include composting, and this involves transforming manure into valuable organic fertilizer, which will be useful in crop production or in planting. Also, can manage waste by proper litter management. You use dry absorbent material to remove wet patches, and you can remove wet patches as well. Also, safe mortality disposal. If there's any dead occurrence of birds or of poultry, you need to bury at a deep depth of about 1.5 to 2 meter depth with lime. And also there's you can use incineration to handle this the disposal. Waste control, water waste control, you use sealed drainage or soak away pits, and also prevent water pollution. How do we handle odor and noise? Managing odor, the main cause of odor is wet litter and manure, and the way to manage this is to maintain dry litter. You can fix leaking drinkers to any leaking drinkers should be well fixed so as to avoid water leakage. Also ensure adequate ventilation in poultry houses. Also remove manure gradually and store in a covered area. To also control for odor, you need to use odor absorbing materials such as agricultural lime. How do we control for noise? Noise comes from birds, from generators, from machines used on the farm. And the way to control them include siting farm away from noisy area, that is, site farm and noisy equipment away from residential areas. Then also soundproof generator houses. Also schedule noisy operations for acceptable daytime hours and maintain equipment to reduce the noise. Taxation for poultry farms. Company income tax is a form of taxation and slash personal income tax. This is paid on annual profits to the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. Another form of tax is the value-added tax. Basic eggs and chickens meat are exempt, and however, processed and value-added products may be subject to value-added tax, and this tax needs to be paid as at when due. The local government levies also is there, so it can be a form of market fees, waste disposal levies, tillage fee, and the likes. And also there is the payroll taxes. If you have employees, you must remit their taxes, that is, pay as you earn. So the key point is that operating formally includes meeting your tax responsibilities. The 5 freedoms for animal welfare. Animal welfare is a moral duty and crucial for productivity. The 5 freedoms of animal welfare are freedom from hunger and thirst, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, injury, and diseases, freedom to express natural behavior, freedom from fear and distress. And a healthy, stress-free bird are more productive and profitable. So you need to allow the animals to have all this freedom for increased productivity. Key animal welfare standard, the stocking density. You need to avoid overcrowding. You need to follow the guidelines for layers, for broilers, and each type of bird, they have their own stocking density. Also, another welfare standard is ventilation and temperature control, to prevent heat stress and ammonia buildup on the farm or in the cage. Also, there is need for cleanliness and sanitation. Regularly disinfect, give clean water to poultry and also perform fruit baits at all times. Human handling and transporting. There is need for gentle handling. There is need for clean and well-ventilated crates. These are necessary for a good welfare standard. For routine health care, you need to vaccinate. There is need for vaccination schedules and also daily monitoring for sicknesses. Ethical slaughter. It has to be quick, humane, and there's need for hygienic practices. What is the benefit of compliance? Why does it pay to do the right thing? When you comply, number one, you avoid legal penalties, you prevent fines, business disruption, and closure of business. Number two is that you build your customer trust and credibility. This is essential for supplying supermarkets and hotels and every other form of institution. Also, it ensures market access. For instance, licensing and certification are often required for formal contracts. Another reason for or benefit for compliance is it promotes sustainability. It protects the environment and community relations for a long-term operation. And lastly, benefits for compliance is that it improves your own productivity. It improves your business productivity. High welfare and good management lead to healthier and more productive health. So it is advisable to comply to all rules and regulations. In conclusion, a successful poultry business is legal, environmentally sound, and ethical. Proactively understand and adhere to regulations. Also invest in proper waste management and animal welfare. And adhering builds a credible, profitable, and sustainable enterprise. Thank you for listening.